Hi everyone, I'm Jory, and in this video I will be channeling spiritual messages for those in divine love unions and divine love connections, and I will really be channeling anything that wants to come through here. So before I begin, I want to say that I am recording this outside in nature, and I'm really enjoying this. I'm outside because I don't want so much sound, which is ironic because usually if you don't want a lot of sound, you would record inside. But as I've said before in my previous video, there are energies, negative oriented energies that have been finding themselves attracted to my light energy, trying to disrupt the creative process that's happening in any way they can, by making sounds intentionally, by just trying to torment me and trying to cause me to steer off track here, which is kind of impossible in this state of consciousness and frequency and vibration of love that is me, that I am, that I exist in. And so I will probably record in my living space next time. However, for this video, I am recording outside, just getting some fresh air, and it's really nice. It's really nice out here. I didn't realize how nice it was still going to be, even though we're nearing the kind of fall season, the kind of winter season. It's still pretty warm out, still pretty nice out, even at night. So I really appreciate that. Thank you, Earth. Thank you, nature. I'm not sure if that's from global warming, probably, but I'm grateful. I'm thankful for being able to be outside. We don't have to layer up too much while I'm out here recording this video. And I just want to say, yeah, I'll probably record the next video in my living space, and I won't edit anything. I won't try to not make the background noise not in the video. So whatever background noise you hear, just know that very may well be these negatively oriented energies. So I'm going to get on with this video, and before I do though, I will take a drink of my water here. I refilled my water so I can be nice and hydrated, because that is very important. I spoke about how to incorporate water in your meditational practice, in your spiritual practice, in another video. So if you are interested and curious about that, I would recommend go checking that out or doing your own research about this, because this will do wonders for clearing your energy and keeping you grounded and keeping you aligned with the spiritual path you're on as you navigate through your spiritual journey and staying connected to your true authentic self. So what's coming through here is that a divine counterpart wants to let their love, their heart, their soul know, their flame, their twin flame, know that there is so much that I have yet to tell you, so much that has yet to be communicated to you, that I am so eager and excited to talk to you about. I don't want to give away too much in these videos, in these readings, because I do believe that what we have is divine, is something that should be protected, in the sense that I shouldn't let everyone in on every aspect of what's going on with me, what's going on with how this connection is going. Even though I enjoy the expressing of my emotions and feelings and spiritual thoughts and spiritual downloads and guidance, I do want to let you know that I am cautious of the sanctity of this union, and I am cautious of the preciousness, the spiritual value of this union, and I am not one to taint that with over analyzing, over explaining, over logicalizing the union, because I do believe that we are on this divine path currently, and there is nothing that is going to stop that. And just saying that, it makes the negatively oriented energies around me so frustrated. I can feel that, because I can feel the energy of the collective. I can feel the upset that happens when I say divine love is unstoppable. When I say love prevails, that just invites people to be like, well, what if, or what if I do this? What if I do that? What if this happens? What if that happens? Well, even if this, that, whatever happens, what is divine will remain divine. Love will remain the ultimate source, the only source that everything is created out of. There is no other real reality other than love. And so I really exist in that consciousness of knowing, of being, of existing in that vibration of love. And those in divine love unions, those in a vibrating at a high vibrational frequency of love, a love frequency, that is something that is embodied and understood. I want to speak more on what this divine counterpart wants to say to their significant other, the one who has always been with them in their soul and in their heart. From the very beginning, there has really been no other love, no other source of love that this divine counterpart has felt and experienced and sensed, other than the love that they receive and is existing in now with their in divine love union with their divine counterpart, who I believe is more, even though we both have a divine masculine, a balance of divine masculine, divine feminine, this counterpart seems to embody more in the physical reality, that their divine masculine energy, in the sense that they are this one who is more, let's say, logically minded, who is more oriented towards the physical reality, succeeding in physical reality, not in a negative way, but in a way that is more characterized by the what we would say a typical masculine energy is, even though I believe that these terms are not geared towards any specific gender or gender role. I believe that the masculine energy is more of this, I really can't describe in words, but I just sense that this energy is more of that typical, not typical, but that energetically masculine, divine masculine energy, who this divine counterpart who I'm speaking on behalf of is connected to and really resonates with, and feels that if they did embody more of their masculine energy, they would be just like this divine, their significant other, essentially. So they're more, this divine counterpart I'm speaking on behalf of is more in their divine feminine energy. So they operate more in their creative mind. They really lean on their spiritual guidance in life. They're not necessarily attached or I want to say really in the physical reality. They aren't so in that. They're not in the physical reality of material success in reality. That's not something that they are naturally geared towards, even though that is something that is not out of their reach, is not something that they can't have necessarily. It's just something that they aren't necessarily geared toward, focused on. That's not how their soul manifests its abundance. So they are typically this divine feminine in this energetic sense. They are more this divine feminine energy. If their divine masculine were more in their divine feminine energy and embodied that more in their reality, they would be just like this divine feminine. And when I say just like, I mean they would do the same things, be the same way. But it's good that these two are not the same way, because they balance each other out. Even though they're both, the fact is they both have this divine feminine and masculine energy balanced within them, and that's why they can recognize each other. That's why they can understand each other. They saw each other in the physical, and through that, seeing each other, experiencing each other in the physical reality, they could understand that, oh, that's my soul in another body. So that's how that works in this twin flame relationship. Even though one is more embodying one type of energy, they still are balanced with both internally. And so I want to say this love that this divine feminine, this divine counterpart I'm speaking on behalf of has been feeling this love since the beginning, since the very moment they had a conception of what love could be, or they understood what real love was, or when they even dreamt of or wished of a love that would match them as perfectly and as divinely as this one does in this divine love union. They had no other love than this. There was no other love. This is always the love that has been for them, for this divine feminine, which is why this divine feminine is not open to any other energy. This divine feminine is really serious about that, is really guarding herself from no matter how open her heart is, she is guarding herself from any other energy that tries to disrupt her in this love, because she's nurturing this love on the inside. This love is her baby, in a sense. So, and I'm getting the song No Other Love by Joe Stafford. And this song, this divine feminine, I can tell this divine feminine is someone who is drawn to music like this. This is probably a song this divine feminine and divine counterpart has listened to and has even added to their playlist, just thinking about their divine love. And I have a feeling that this divine feminine has created countless playlists. Spirit is saying, in the absence of their divine, if they were ever absent in their lives, if this divine masculine was ever physically absent in this divine feminine's life, they would always seek that spiritual connection to them, because they knew and they know and they are aware of the divine love and divine union that naturally and effortlessly exists for them and through them. And this divine feminine spends a lot of time imagining. I know I said this before, but I need to say this again. Spirit is telling me to let this divine masculine know everything I imagine, I know is going to happen. I imagined us. I've imagined our lives together, and there is nothing else that I want in life. I am going to pull tarot cards in the next video, part 2 of this video. I am going to create another video to finish this reading.